Greetings to our members and friends of First Baptist Church Piney Grove. We are glad you joined us to find out what's going on at the Grove. We are dedicated to ensuring that we stay connected to you during these challenging times. It is our prayer that you remain safe, healthy, and blessed. Now, let's find out what's going on at the Grove from our pastor, the Reverend Dr. Derek J. Hughes.
Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Pastor Hughes of First Baptist Church Piney Grove, and today is May 1st, 2020. I want to say thank you again for those who have been following the podcast. And today is another day, and we're grateful for your following and listening as we are putting out information as much as we possibly can to share with you who listen. Let me start by saying that the walk-up COVID-19 testing sites are extended in Broward County to May 10th. You can go to the Urban League of Broward County. An address there is 560 Northwest 27th Avenue in Fort Lauderdale, 33311. Again, that's 560 Northwest 27th Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33311. That's the Urban League of Broward County. Also, you can go to Mitchell Moore Park, 901 Northwest 10th Street in Pompano, 33060. Again, that's Mitchell Moore Park, 901 Northwest 10th Street in Pompano. And there are also drive-through sites at Central Regional Park on Sunrise and 441. You can drive through there and get tested for COVID-19. Now, this has been a tough time for so many people. It's challenges, it's filled with changes. And with changes and challenges comes stress. And with stress comes severe stress and anxiety. And some have having a hard time coping with stress and anxiety. And if you or anyone that you know of might be having a really tough time living and continuing to live, and let's be honest, that's a reality. I want to give you the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. It's a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It is 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 1-800-273-8255. You know, while many people experience mild illness, 89% of people with COVID-19 who were sick enough to be hospitalized had at least one chronic condition. And about half had high blood pressure and obesity. I'm talking to the African American community. According to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 89% of the people with COVID-19 had one chronic condition. So when you have a chronic condition and you get COVID on top of that, it makes it worse. And about a third had diabetes, and a third had other cardiovascular disease. Obesity, brothers and sisters, is a marker for a number of other problems. And it was Dr. Aaron Carroll who stated that, who was a public researcher at Indiana University. He's talking about the idea that it is increasingly common for those who develop obesity to develop diabetes and other conditions as well. So one reason COVID-19 is taking its toll on people who have obesity is that their overall health is often compromised. And so when you're dealing with obesity, it does compromise and has issues within the other parts of your body. And obesity, the people who have obesity are less protected even by the flu vaccine. So let's pay very good, close attention to that. Those who are obese tend to get sicker from a respiratory disease, even if they've been immunized. In fact, researchers have found that as people gain excess weight, their metabolism changes, and this shift can make the immune system less effective at fighting off viruses. So the CDC found that 33% of people who've been hospitalized with COVID-19 are African American. 33% who went into the hospital have been African American, yet only 13% of African Americans is the population in this country. So the population of African Americans is 13%, but those who go to the hospital are 33%. That's a number that we need to take a look at. Why is that? Some local communities have found only a similar pattern in their data. And among the many 26 states reporting racial data on COVID-19, blacks account for 34% of COVID deaths. 34% of COVID-19 deaths. And that's according to the research from Johns Hopkins University. And this disproportionate toll can be partially explained by the fact that there is a higher prevalence of obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes among African Americans compared to whites. And in fact, if you've been watching Dr. Anthony Fauci of the National Institutes of Health, he said last week at a White House coronavirus task force briefing, this crisis is shining a bright light on how unacceptable it is that yet again, when you have a situation like coronavirus, African Americans are suffering disproportionately. A chemistry professor, Rena Robinson, who researches chronic disease at Vanderbilt University, she did some study and she talked about it could be a contributing factor that she says that there are likely multiple causes at play. Some are linked to levels of stress, and chronic stress is linked to poverty. So this could be a risk factor for low-income communities. Excuse me. So in fact, research has been shown that people who report higher levels of stress are more likely to catch a cold when exposed to a virus compared to people who don't have as much stress. And according to a new survey from the Pew Research, health concerns about COVID-19 are much higher among Hispanics and blacks. And while 18% of whites adults say they are very concerned that they will get COVID-19 and require hospitalization, 43%, get this, 43% of Hispanics and 31% of black adults say they're very concerned about that happening. Every major crisis or catastrophe hits the most vulnerable communities the hardest. And this is even stated by Mark Morial, who's the president of the CEO of the National Urban League. He says the same thing. And he puts the ideal as he points to several factors. Black workers are more likely to hold the kinds of jobs that cannot be done from home. And he's right. So they may be more likely to be exposed to the virus. I mean, they're the ones who work in the hotels. They're the ones who work in the stores. They're the ones who are cashiers. They're the ones that on the front line of a lot of things. And so they can't stay at home. They're out and exposed. And as they're exposed, they have more vulnerability to contracting COVID-19. And so we have to work at things. And what can we do? I've listed a few things I think we ought to do. One, we got to get tested. We got to get tested. If you think that you're having some of the issues, you got to get tested. And then let's maintain social distancing. I was driving in the 33311 zip code just the other day, and I saw a group of people, no masks, no gloves, just sitting right on top of each other, basically, right on each other. And I said, wow, do they not understand that this is real? So I want to encourage us to just be careful with that. Let's do that. People are dying. Be careful of what you touch and take outside. And then when you have your outside clothes on, take them off as you come in. A fifth thing I want you to do is let's exercise. Get some exercise daily. And let's eat right. Healthy eating helps. because the seventh thing we got to do is we got to reduce obesity. And so, brothers and sisters, please, let's make this change. Let's turn this around. All right. Piney Grove. Our Sunday school numbers are going well. You can continue to call in every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. 10 to 11 is our church school. And the numbers of the church school, the various classes are certainly listed on the website, on the Facebook Live page, our social media, all social media outlets for First Baptist Church Piney Grove. So those and part of our church school can take advantage of that. The Millennial Bible Study on Zoom. If you want to be a part, if you know of anyone, in fact, I want to challenge you to reach out to 2 millennials, whether they are members or not, related to you or not, wherever they are. It can be in any state, that you would encourage them to be a part of the Zoom Millennial Bible Study. They talk about issues directly related to millennials. You can send for the link to be a part of the Zoom call at fbcpgyams@gmail.com. That's fbcpgyams@gmail.com to be a part of the Millennial Bible Study. If you have any issues, if you have any concerns, any things going on that you need us to know about, you can email us at thegrove@fbcpg.us. thegrove@fbcpg.us. We have prayer calls Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. and again at 6 p.m. The prayer call number is 712-451-0444. The access code is 757400. Again, the prayer call is 712-451-0444 with the access code at 757400. And I want to thank those who continue to support the ministry financially. You can continue to support the ministry. You can drive by on Saturdays, 9 to 12, 9 in the morning to 12 noon. Also this Saturday, don't forget to drive by and pick up your Lord's Supper. You can pick up for those of you who are saved in your house. Pick them up. You can drive by and pick them up. Don't get out of your cars. You can pick up your Lord's Supper. And as well, you can drop off your offering if you have one to give. No problem with that. Or you can text your tithes and on your cell phone, text Piney Grove to 77977. Again, text the word Piney Grove to 77977. You can go to the church app and give. You can go online to do on the website, church website, fbcpineygrove.us, and click the online giving and give that way. Or you can mail it to us, 4699 West Oakland Park Boulevard in Lauderdale Lakes, 33313. All right. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. God bless.